get so worried that if they file a lawsuit, they're never gonna get hired by anybody else ever again. Employment lawsuits are very, very common, and most background checks do not check the civil lawsuits that employee has been engaged in as an employment lawyer or as any kind of lawyer. It is not easy to go through every courthouse in every jurisdiction where you might have worked and to determine that you hadn't filed a lawsuit in any of those jurisdictions or threatened to file a lawsuit in any of those jurisdictions or settled a case with any employer in those jurisdictions privately by means of a severance agreement or a settlement agreement. In my office, whenever we settle a case on behalf of any client, we include in there a specific neutral reference requirement. Meaning, if your potential future employer calls your previous employer and says, hey, what was Sammy like at that job? They're only allowed to indicate that, yes, Sammy worked there. He worked there from these months to these months. That's the only information that they can provide. This fear about filing a lawsuit in the United States is really silly. If you can find an employment lawyer who really believes in your case and is willing to fund it on a contingency basis, meaning he or she doesn't get paid until the case settles or is resolved some other way, you probably have a pretty good case, and you shouldn't sit on your hands out of fear